Ooh, that was awful. My full face on the stream. Hey everyone, welcome to my stream. Hello Twitch and or YouTube. Happy to have you here. I'm Josh Goldberg. I'm a full-time independent open source maintainer in the TypeScript ecosystem. My camera is at an angle and it's like an old setup, so I'm having a hard time fuddling it to not be at an angle. Hashtag this is fine. Look at that fancy focus there. Great. Yeah, close enough. Anyway, I am here to work on open source today. As usual, I've got my social media threads set up. So everything I do is going to be there. Hey, Style Shit! Still cracks me up, your name. Yeah, new mustache. My spouse likes it. And we're visiting the in-laws for the holidays. So thought it would be fun to keep it. See what they react like. But yeah, how's it going, by the way? You've been sending a lot of good typescript-eslint PRs. Before we do this, actually, I have one thread I wanted to respond to. There was a question asked. I gave a pre-recorded remote talk in React Day Berlin, and someone asked, how do you become a full-time contributor to open source? So I'm going to answer that. You were bored. I love it. I hope you're always bored. No offense, nothing personal. The more you send us that's like the stuff you've been sending, the happier I am. But yeah, person asked, how do I become a full-time open source contributor? Where does the money come from? So generally, my advice is keep doing things in open source land. Contribute to projects that are make on your own. Contribute to Git code, docs, helping users, etc. Keep doing more and more over time. That'll get you the general skills, specific project experiences. Yeah, I got the occasional private repo. Yeah, random like oh yeah, personal too. Yeah. But where does the money come from? Mix project sponsorships such as Open Collective and Tidelift. Personal sponsorships on GitHub sponsors. Book sales of learning TypeScript. Buy it today. No, just kidding. Demian, hello. How's it going? Thanks for coming on as usual. Sale of TypeScript, occasional consulting. Though I mostly cut this out to spend more time on real open source work. I haven't done the math this year for how much money I'm making per month. In a few months, but in early fall I'd passed New York City livable wage. I forget how much that was. New York City minimum wage, what was it? Yeah, New York City minimum, that's what it was, 16 an hour. So that's nice. It's a good bit more now though. I think maybe higher than livable wage for USA. Yeah, university is fun. I miss my old college days. Let's see. I'm responding to someone who's asking about what it's like to be open source, blog posts that go into the whole shebang. So I'm just sending them some resources. Let's see if this one mentions how much money I make. Okay. Yep. Cool. That's the order. Cool. Anyway, let's talk about the things I actually wanted to go into on the stream today. Which is, what does I say? Right, TypeScript, yes, and governance docs. Yes. So, just to recap, we had a discussion, governance. Where is it? Here we go. And I'm super behind on this, but we wanted to formalize the docs of how we govern the project or maintain the project, just to keep things transparent, clear, and reliable. Like if we have something come up, we know how to deal with it, whatever that it is or that thing. So I wanted to do this in July. It's December. Oopsies. But basically, we have contribution tiers of like what we consider, let's say, contributor versus a committer versus maintainer. Pointing roughly, give or take, we recognize that like software estimation is impossible. So this is just starting guides. What we do for issue and PR review and triage, and then like the payments and any changes to governance. So, yeah. Now that this is ratified as of July, I sent a PR, roughly copy and pasting things into the docs. This PR is not quite ready for review, but it's almost there. So I'm happy about it. And I'm going to start working on it now. So if we go over to code typescript-eslint, while that loads, I'm going to post recapping the discussion on governance from earlier this year. It mostly just formalizes what we're already doing. The biggest addition is setting up Discord roles. Yeah, so like we want to have like contributor, etc. roles on Discord. Ooh, that's untagged TSE-eslint. All right, VS Code is his code's updated. Very good. My terminal has pooped itself. And now we're going to pick up this pull request. By the way, I always forget to mention this until inopportune moments, but y'all feel free to ask anything you want or bring up whatever topics related to development, open source, TypeScript, linting, life, whatever. Always happy to chat. Okay. Work in progress, PR. Going to clean this up and split the team page stuff into a second PR, into a separate PR. GitHub doesn't have good support for PR chaining, where like you have multiple PRs in succession. If you're working from forks, then you're kind of out of luck. If you're all on the same repo, then you can have branches upon branches. But if I like to work from a fork just to feel more like what it is for a real user. So life is hard. I'll just separate it out. Anyway, GHPR checkout 80/20. I think that's the name of our rule in coding, the 80/20 rule. Actually, I think it's more than just coding. It's everyone. But all right, so this first up, let's review. It starts just in the background. While that's running, there's a team.mdx that I'm just gonna delete. Teehee. And for the upcoming team page, I'm just removing references. I had put in this like team page in here with placeholder components for bios, and it doesn't work yet. I didn't actually implement it. Here it is. So I just put lorem ipsum for everyone. Not quite what you want on the website. So I'm just removing this. For now, team bio list, team in packages website. Just making sure there's nothing in actual files, not the .docusaurus. Cool. docs. So now here on the site, we can see this is a much more fleshed out version of what's on the site now. If you look at typescript-eslint IO maintenance in system mode, because I'm in dark mode right now, and go to the maintenance guide on the public site, typescript-eslint IO maintenance, we see much less. Whereas here we see in my PR much more. Governance explaining it, changes will be posted for open discussion, providing feedback, the to-do channel. Yeah. And so git add all, git commit, remove team, placeholder page, and components. Beautiful. Okay, so now let's look for all to-dos because I have a few. We can ignore them. Fun fact, Mastodon has the word to-do in it, so does Fastodon. Good for you. A couple blog posts. And packet, what? Didn't find any. Where's the hashtag to-do? Ah, it's under, I should be looking under docs for to-dos. There we go. All right. For general feedback, we'd suggest posting in the to-do channel. What channel should we make for this? Let me reopen Discord, see if I can open to the typescript-eslint server without showing off all sorts of private stuff. Okay, so this is a public server. Just making sure I don't have any. Is there a way to hide that DM thing on the left? I don't want to show like who's messaged me. Also, hi Elliot if you're here. Yeah, we don't yet have a channel for governance, so I'll just say let's use the development channel. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I just wanted a copy link. Development channel on Discord. We can help you turn that into a GitHub discussion. Great. What other to-dos do we have? Publicly toot. That's really. Oh. All right. So yeah, let's make a new contributing. Or like, no, let's call it contributor roles. Channel. I like sorting things. Let's edit this. A space for folks to what do we call this? What did I call this? Post that they've hit a contributor tier. Note, this channel is being proposed as a part of, where is my pull request? Here you go. Oy. We might change it soon. Stay tuned. Yeah, close enough. Contributor roles. Let's you know what? Let's call it roles. Just so it doesn't show up first alphabetically. I know this is super nitpicky, but that's who I am. Yep. Copy link. Okay. There you go. Next to do. Yeah, pull requests still has a to do. Out of band releases. Oh, trigger the to do workflow. All right. So in our out of band releases, whatever behavior, what we normally do there, we typically run like there's a workflow. I think I filled out these docs when I was offline first, so I didn't have. I didn't have access to things. And it looks like we don't have, oh right, we have like a separate place for workflows. So I'm just going to say trigger the private release workflow to cause a new release. Close enough. Next. And okay, that's all the to-dos. Git push. Alrighty. So now I'm just gonna go ahead. Elian, hi. I saw you DM'd me. I have it on my phone, and I was about to message you that I'm streaming now, but I'm happy to see you. Ooh, first time chat. Welcome. So, Elian, hi. How's it going? Thanks for coming. How was the community call? Reed Street Barbecue. Hey, Josh, can I ask you a question? Yes. I'm new to learning code. Been trying to find my answer on the internet, but I think what I'm trying to do may not have been done in the way I want. Cool. Well, my first tip for learning code is, yay, welcome. Feel good about yourself. That's awesome. Second is, yeah, feel free to ask. When asking for help, try to be as specific as possible. If there's any information that I would need to help you, please do send it. Like, I would want to know, like, what are you trying to do? Why are you trying to do it? What language? Do you have any code snippets? But yeah, hit me up. What's up? And yeah, Mustache Josh is back. Just for the month, probably. When typescript-eslint on Starlight? Great question. So one of the other core maintainer people, Joshua Sina, Sita Chen, is one of the Docusaurus maintainers or contributors. I forget what his role is there. He's done a lot with it and he knows a lot about it. So I feel like it makes sense for us to stay with Docusaurus. I have no complaints about Docusaurus. But, you know, if you've got a real value prop that like we can't do with Docusaurus, let me know. But yeah, Starlight's great. No complaints. Oh yeah, style sheet. Sorry, I missed. So I'm counting to-dos from 1 to 1. So what does from 1 to 1 mean here in this context? But yeah, so just looking at maintenance, we follow a loose governance model that covers roles, the maintenance team and the associated responsibilities. 1 to 1 in the markdown. Oh, right. Yeah. So this is one of those annoying things where technically this is markdown will this is how you declare list items in markdown, and then the rendered page will have it rendered as the nice incrementing numbers. I think it looks ugly, but it's nicer for coding because then you don't have to massage the numbers if you inject something in the middle or beginning. It annoys me. But yeah, such is life. Yeah, so these all become like 1, 2, and so on. How to band 1, 2, 6. Yeah, like this is equivalent to making an unordered list in either of the syntaxes for it, except you're using a numbered dot. Actually, markdown ordered list syntax. People who don't respect mode preferences. Where is lists? Markdown. Yeah, so it'll just like normalize your numbers for you. Fun. The new doc site. I feel like I looked at it. Which one? Astro Docs. Emma Dawson. Hello, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, Markdown's funky at times. Ooh, TypeScript. Ben Holmes. Rick Sanchez. Alien. Look at that. Cool. Look at this Docs Astro. It is. Oh, I love this modern trend of like subtle color gradients and stuff, like the purple. Oh, what's the new site? Link it. I'm like trying to find it. For cells styled, yeah. Contribute docs. Ooh. Astro docs. I love it. Oh, look at that. Look at that perf. I'm refreshing. Very nice. Love it. Ooh, the question from Reed Street Barbecue. Is Reed Street Barbecue a place, by the way? Indiana? Oh, that's R-E-A-D. No, I did not mean R-E-D. I used to know all these things. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's still the wrong one. Anyway, I'm working on some coding for some Halloween decorations. Yes, coding for Halloween. Yes, I want to use Raspberry Pi or another single board computer. Love it. I want to use a pressure sensor to trigger a welcome voice over speakers. People write their name. I've seen people connect pressure switches to enact things theoretically. Yeah, it is possible. I'm not like a experienced person with hardware or like Raspberry Pis and stuff like that. My cousin, bless his heart, once got me Raspberry Pi, and I was really excited about it. I never did anything with it. Sorry, Zach. But yeah, no, that's definitely totally doable. I've definitely seen people do stuff like that. It's a very good idea. I love it. Oh, that's so cool. Love it. Also, generic docs advice. I love this. Oh. These aren't links. These aren't links. These should be links. Visually speaking, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. My perception speaking, that is. Cool. More about our conventions, e.g. heading levels, than community writing advice. Oh yeah, is anyone here? Docs folks have a preference contractions. This has come up a couple times, where one of our contributors has noted that that contractions can be hard for folks who are English second language. So like explicitly spelling things out can make it easier. However, on the pro side for them, they do kind of make things a little more succinct and also casual, and I like slightly less than formal docs. So tone is good. So yeah, any opinions on contractions? I've seen like both directions on the internet of whether they're ideal or not. And yeah, my pleasure, Reed Street Barbecue. Yeah, definitely play around. Like when you're starting a new thing, just learning what does or doesn't make sense is a big part of the process. So don't be afraid of failure. Just keep struggling away. Anyway, back to the maintenance guide. Oops. I saved things I shouldn't have. Okay. All right, so back to the maintenance. Got the first page. Changes to governance will be posted on discussions for general feedback. Posting. There we go. This existing. Fun fact: we have a branding guide for typescript-eslint. It's the silliest thing, but we all violate it constantly. I'm curious, style shit. What is your first language? Yeah, no, the Twitch chat is the whole thing. Contributor tiers. Yeah, so this is the general table of what we ratified in the discussion of like generally where people will fall if they work with us. So anyone who does anything is a contributor at all, and anyone who does anything in code. Oh, Hebrew. Ken. Ani lo midaber ivrit. But I've been to Israel. So shalom. I'm like struggling to remember my years ago Hebrew school learning scenario. But that's cool. Yeah, so if you do anything, you're a contributor. If you do anything in code, like docs, pull request, bug, typo, etc., you're a code contributor. But then the tiers that people generally like consider juicier, shalom, are committer and maintainer. So for committer, you got to have done a certain amount of stuff, filed issues, sent PRs, been active for half of the months in a third of a year. And then we expect that if you're going to be a committer and you want to get paid for a share of the sponsorships. Yes, I said I don't understand Hebrew, and then hello. You should work generally around 10 points a month. And then for maintainers, it's generally about twice as much. So 10 points, issues, and PRs each, 30 total, and then 3 of 6 active months. So be active half the time for half a year. But it's all approximate. Like if someone sends 50 docs PRs, we're not going to consider that. Or like issues and PRs, that's not a committer. That's just someone who does a lot with docs, which might be a role we end up making. Who knows? Anyway, the way we point these, I'm like recapping now so I remember them too, is, let's see. So for anything that's trivial, like a small typo, a single bug fix, like something that's kind of like, not that it's small or trivial as we describe it, but like it's quick. It's 1 point, and we have a couple examples here. Just making sure these work. Right. Takanomi, what a good person. Yep. Single file, docs, fix, or like an issue asking about something. Straightforward is like 2-3 files in both with minimal logical changes. So that would be like a rule. Oh, hang on. I just saw them. These get redirected. Hang on a sec. 6910. What is committer? Is it an actual role? Great question. We're going to make it a role on Discord and GitHub. Yeah. Let me just make sure. Actually, that's a good question. Make sure I put in the docs before I go fix up these example links. Oh, yeah. It says so here. So we'll make it a role on Discord. On Discord. That. And to a team on GitHub and role on Discord. Let's just call it to a role on Discord and GitHub. There we go. Because we do actually have groups or roles for people on GitHub. Cool. So, all right. So just looking at these, 6976 is actually a pull, not issues. I wrote these offline, so I think I was just relying on browser caching when I wrote them. 6992 is a PR. 6780 is a pull, as is 6910. Why should GitHub be first? I love this. Such a good thing to nitpick. I love this. I always alphabetize unless there's a strong incentive not to. So ABCC, D, E, F, G, Discord, GitHub. I used to think a lot of the times, like all these arbitrary scenarios, like how would you pick a way to not give anyone preferential treatment? GitHub is, yeah, it is more important. But I like the consistency of alphabetized lists. I think it'd be fine either way, but I like it this way. Teehee. I don't often just say my way, but this little thing makes me happy. And I like setting a precedent. 61. Oh yeah, these are all pull requests. Adding a rule. And yep, pull request. 6084. Yeah. I love Apple. My like default like example, or like if I want to explain a complex topic, or not even complex, but just like something that has a lot of like random words being thrown around, I'll use apple, banana, and cherry respectively to refer to the first, second, and third thing in that list. Ugh, yeah, I did it recently with style shit. It's something I picked up working at Codecademy in the internal Slack. Ugh, love that. I wish that the default color for the apple emoji was green rather than red, because then we'd have this really nice green, yellow, red, but instead it's freaking green apple is the emoji. I have to do a little extra work. Just curious, how much dollar does a share actually amount to? Great question. So, I want to share the actual sheet we use. I don't think it's public, but it's like a few $100s is the scale that it's on. Good question, Captain Kirk. Also, hi, welcome. You can see actually publicly. I'm just going to open this incognito to emphasize that it is public. Oh no, I haven't had a single sip of water and it's been almost 30 minutes. Shame on me. Just realized. If you look at our expenses, you can see how much people get paid. So like some of us get multiple shares, and also you can see they're actually rising over time. We've been doing well with fundraising. Shout out to, who was it? There were a few companies, I think like Prisma, for example, that have recently started giving us more. So yeah, it's like a few $100 a share, give or take. Changes each month. I actually have on my to-do list for today the paperwork for the month of November finances. The money comes from Open Collective is the big one. Tide Lift gives a few $100 a month also, and then smaller amounts from like thanks.dev and previously Stackade, though I don't think they've had much recently. Ooh. Pardon my rudeness here, but let me take a look at. What's the Astro Open Collective? Astro.build. Let's look at your budget tab. Look at you with your 177,000 a year budget. That's awesome. And you have $125,000 in your balance. Woo. Oh man, when I first started looking at finances for typescript-eslint, I was shook at how many projects just had like 80% of their ever raised in bank just like sitting there in Open Collective. I think was Mocha one of them, which is amusing because now I'm actually on the team there. Yeah, Mocha has 89 out of $129,000 just sitting. Ooh, regular wage. That sounds nice. Giving away 100K this year. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I've started to see more open source, like giving away money or like publicly promoting and sponsoring this person or team or a group type stuff. It's really nice. Also, shout out to the Astro Company. Great example of how to do open source in the open as a company. But all right, continuing the table. I am a maintainer in Mocha. We've done very little, but I have a overhauled maintenance docs and contributing docs PR and review now. Hoping to pick it back up by the end of the month. Or like pick it up by the end of the month. Cool. So when you first hit a tier, you can post in the roles channel. We'll confirm privately that you've hit the intent. We'll then grant you the role in Discord. Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks. All right. So for the upcoming team page. Yeah, you're right. This is one of the things I should get used to saying. No one gives away money, right? Like if someone receives money in open source, it's because they've done something. Does my package that lets you press up, down, left, right, BA on your keyboard to start sparkling emojis, what double-digit percentage of that $100,000 would you say this emoji blast package, this plugin for Astro, is worth? On a scale from 50 to 80%. Huh? Okay. I actually want to clean up that project. Right now it's called Emoji Explosion. It's got a great website. So a friend of a friend made it. But I want to rename it to Emoji Blast because no one can remember Emoji Explosion, let alone type the name of the project that hooks it up to Konami code JS, which is Konami Emoji Explosion. But also look at I love these demos so much. The person who made this did such a good job with these things. Let's just find a good one. Which one was this? Oh yeah, look at this freaking thing. Like this demo brings me so much joy that we got like Rainstorm. This was a person named Carly. It's in the footer of the site. Oh, look at that. I mean, could you get more beautiful as a demo app? Oh my god, I forgot about the random emoji in the fireworks. Ugh, so funny. And then this one is the stupidest in the best of ways. I love it so much. Anyway. Ugh, joy. All right, so nothing's mandatory. We just like including recognition as thanks to the community. You don't need that extra line there. Reimbursement. Team members will be reimbursed the minimum of their activity level and their tier each month. Committers and maintainers with their expectation will receive their full shares. Committers and maintainers. Do I normally put periods at the end of... This always annoys me with docs. Should you put periods at the end of list items? The question becomes, when do you? Also, this is a thing that we want to get good at. Style shit. This might be about you. People who contribute non-trivial changes in a month, roughly greater than 5 points, at least one item. Well, I mean, if you don't want our money, you don't have to take it. But we are slowly. Oh, you don't think? I thought you were responding to the money thing. That lovely Twitch chat streamline. Yeah, if it's full sentences, I do. If it's less than or equal to one sentence each maximum, then I generally don't. +1, agreed. Yeah, I'm wondering actually. So right now it's just for large, but I'm probably gonna start a discussion of like, okay, maybe we should do this for like multiple mediums or something, because like large can be pretty big, and I don't want to. Oh wait, large includes adding a rule. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I'm happy with this. Sorry, in my head I pushed large down to the like refactor the entire parser, whatever type stuff. Okay, so this is our issues guide under maintenance. Honestly, adding rules fun. This is how I got into like open source, like real useful open source. Like it's honestly fun to write lint rules. I think it's really cool. Use your best judgment when triaging issues, and most of all, to remember to be kind, friendly, and encouraging. Did I write this? Encouraging, friendly, and kind. Which is, by the way, so true. Like, it's the internet. You don't have any context. They don't on them. They don't have any context on you. There's no reason to be a jerk, unless there's. I mean, there's just no reason to be a jerk. Like, you should never be a jerk. You should retribution. You should like respond in kind or appropriately if someone's being a jerk to you. But like, you don't have to be a jerk back. Just like ban them or something. You know. Don't fight fire with fire. Many users are new to open source and or type linting. It's imperative we give them a positive, uplifting experience. This is such a like big part of a lot of the modern JS communities. Like TypeScript, a lot of us in the community try to make sure this is the vibe. I think Astro does a good job of this too, obviously. So this makes me happy. Yeah, so we also just like formalized-ish the like governance side of issues. Like anything that's straightforward, any committer or maintainer is fine. If it's not straightforward, like internal refactors and non-breaking public API changes, get a couple of committers or a maintainer, and then if it's huge, unusual, then get 2 maintainers. That we should have like multiple eyes. Ooh, follow. Actually, this is another thing that I'm thinking of. Follow-up idea. Maybe add committer here for knowledge sharing. Oh, really? Wait, that's so cool, Style Shit. I love this. Were you in person or remote? Have I just not connected that you're someone that I actually have talked to in real life? That's so embarrassing for me. I'm sorry if so. The vibes. Shoot, there was another follow-up that I wanted to do. Oh wait, it was the large item thing, but then yeah. Okay. Well, now I feel less bad about potentially socially embarrassing myself and committing you a disservice personally. Yay. All right. So, our searchable the triage label. I add it automatically when a new issue is good, which is, by the way, not how I personally like to build things. Oh, did you? That's so cool. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm looking it up in the background now too. I actually personally don't like adding a triage label automatically. I feel like we should add labels whenever anything has happened, but like by default things should be under triage. It just makes it easier in my mind. But also it's kind of nice having a label, so either way. So anyway, issues pending triage. Let me just make sure this link is good. Is open, is issue, label triage. Yep. And we have 14. But wait, if we minus author Joshua K. Goldberg, we only have 3. Okay. Now I feel less bad. Most issues go through the following review flow when created or updated. A maintainer ensures the issue is valid. If they didn't, fill out an appropriate template. If it's a dupe. Oh yeah, so we have a GitHub replies YAML file, which corresponds to an extension I wrote called find save replies. which is broken on Chrome on the latest GitHub because status update. I submitted this to the Chrome web extension store, Chrome extension store marketplace last month. Still waiting for it to be approved. You can always self-host this extension if in the meantime by following the development steps. Yeah. Love it. Oh, thanks, Shit. Yeah, this was a fun one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing, I hope, a 2024 edition of that. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming out. Such as this maintenance guide. Anyway, if they didn't fill out the appropriate template, need more info, and add, please fill out the template and wait in response. If it's a dupe, add duplicate, remove bug. Obvious dupe, post a clearly duplicated issue response. If it's not obvious, link to the issue and explain why. Post a clearly duplicate response. Linking to the existing issue. There we go. Both of these should say linking to the existing issue. If the code is working as intended. What I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try collapse. Can you do details in line like this? Does that work? Actually, no. Nah, I don't feel the need to collapse the other page. Not great. If code's working as intended, remove fucking triage labels. Oh, I should also remove bug and triage labels. And remove the triage label. Okay. Add the expecting PR's label, move triage. If you know rough step for fix. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yeah, Mitz is awesome. Whew, excuse me. Mitz is awesome. Dimitri is a character in a good way. Very interesting, very smart fella. Really cares deeply about TypeScript and the community, both in Michigan and at large. So it's always a pleasure to work with Dimitri. If you know the rough steps for fix, okay. If your link is both a permanent link and has a line number range, then GitHub will embed the code in your comments. When reviewing a file in GitHub, pressing Y, well, yep. When did we add this? I don't remember typing this. Is this already like a piece of our recommendation? Okay, yeah, this is old. All right, so this is old text. Specific type, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Rule deprecations. I don't think I even added this. Okay, pull requests. Ah, there was a typo. Git add dog. I'm like running out of steam because there's other stuff I'd like to do. Anyway, I've looked at, I'm going to start closing off or like collapsing files. Cool. So for PR governance, per the scales in pointing. So let's look at maintenance pull requests. Does this link work? Yes, it does. Straightforward. At your discretion, merge the single proof by any committer or maintainer. This includes docs and hazards, bug fixes, and feature additions. Oh my god. What other stuff? RuneScape. I'm trying to recover my account, actually. A couple of my friends started playing again, and I used to have an account that was like, I don't know, several hundred hours played, total level, like combined levels, whatever, like 15 or 1600 range, something like that. Maybe combat level 100 or 990, something like that. Like I used to be really into it in high school. It's a good nostalgia game. Yeah, good times. All right. Yeah. So non-straightforward, either 2 committer approvals or 1 maintainer approvals. Multi-package internally factors not breaking. Okay. 2 maintainer approvals. So my idea of knowledge sharing should also here and for PRs. Anyone here an old RuneScaper or current RuneScaper or both? I used to have a Santa hat, dang it. I don't know where it went though. I remember it being mysteriously gone one day. Maybe one of my friends hacked me or something. Okay. Alphabetizing a list. Lol. Elian, what let's talk about this later. let's meet up in game. Kill some rock crabs together. Alright, governance. Okay. Yeah, so just typos to docs, fixing up that formatting, LOL. Issues is good to go. Pull requests, good to go. Governance, good to go. Contributor tiers, reviewed, good to go. All right, 5 or 10. All right, so releases, I moved from under maintenance made release step to just releases, so that we can include also out of band releases. Looked at that previously. Maintenance under, now it's, what is it? Dependency version upgrades is listed under maintenance pull request. Yeah, because that's sending a dependency version upgrade. Don't think I changed this much. Just reorganizing. Yep. Dependency versions, MDX, releases. Yep. Yeah, 5 hours was fun. And then I also, I changed the default behavior of the scroll bar, or the side bar, rather. So getting started, of course, cannot be collapsed. Packages is expanded by default, then contributing and maintenance are collapsed by default because most people don't need them. And if you're viewing them, well, you're a power user. Cool. This all makes me happy. All right. So this, I think, is ready to go. Okay, I already did this. Ready for review. Yay. Okay. I'm gonna start. I'd initially planned on going until 4 p.m. my time in 39 minutes from now. I might cut it a little short, and instead of doing other things, just do the teams page instead of going through other maintenance stuff too. Got other things I want to do. So make sure no updates. Yep. All right. So on eslint.org, there is a team page. It's really pretty, by the way. I love the eslint website. It's good stuff. And I'd like an equivalent for us. Build transparency. I don't know how much it motivates, if at all, people to help out, but it's a nice thing. James. Is Brad here too? No, just James. James made typescript-eslint. So I'd like an equivalent. Doesn't need to be as like fancy and pretty as eslint's, but I'll get started on it today. And actually, in the commits for this fella, we have the first one, which does have. So here's some cool little Git shenanigans. Let me restart my server, and then also if you do git checkout and then a hash, such as one you can copy from the URL of a GitHub PR or file view, and then copy these links: team bio, team list. Oops. I didn't put a space between them. So I'm just gonna check out these pages. I think that's all I need to change. All the files I need to recreate. I can, yeah, I can manually do the sidebar changes. Base.js, and then there's also a team page. Here we go, maintenance/team. Label maintenance, link, oh no. Maintenance is just like the one, it's just the one page on the site right now. Oh, no. How does this work? How did we set this up? Ah, yes, it's got items. Here we go. Maintenance PR progress, maintenance team. There it is. There's what I was looking for. Sorry, is what even legal? The Git operations? The old Twitch lag. All right. So we got the team page. So if I go to, yeah, it's legal. Git checkout is an overloaded command. They're like new versions of, or new commands that are slowly being experimentally added to Git that like do more specific things. But if you say git checkout and then a reference, a dash dash, and then any number of file paths, it checks out those file paths to that reference. So a branch name would work, git checkout main dash dash file, or a commit, or tag, I believe. It's cool stuff. And my yarn start crashed. Whop. Oh, I think I need to yarn. Clear yarn start. Well, anyway, the team. So I'm just gonna start real awkwardly social creeping on my fellow maintainers. Is it Mr. James Henry? I always forget where he uses the Mr. And I also, oop. God dang it. Urgh. I don't remember who used, everyone has like slightly different things for like Twitter versus Discord versus GitHub. There we go. There we go. Oop. So I'm just putting quick little descriptions based on GitHub, and I'll ask people to fill out their own things. Oh, that's so smart. .codes/YouTube. I like that. Yeah, it's a good idea. Ooh, subscribe. TypeScript. I'm gonna put Microsoft MVP there. And then what else did James's thing say? Then there's me. Then Josh is currently a committer tier per request. Yeah. Yeah, I've been meaning to play around with like Vercel and NetFly read-writes. Oh, so I can actually write my description here. I actually have a Notion page for this. Ah! Let me just get all my secrets stuff up. This page is live. Yeah, I don't really want to copy. This is like a lot of text, so whatever. Source maintainer. Full-time open source maintainer. What? How do I describe myself? Likes cats. Forking. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Okay. Open. Thank you. Oh my God. That's been there for a long time. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good typo fix. Cool. Great. So Josh and Armando too. Hello cat emoji. We truly, that's about as much information as I know about this person. I care about languages. Fine, great. Yeah, look at all this cool stuff. I didn't know Josh did it. Course table. Cool. Whenever someone, by the way, says latex, I always think of latex, like gloves. Anyway, now let's get some photos. So for each of the, oh yeah, fun fact, I think it was .png you can do. Yeah, look at that. If you add PNG to someone on GitHub, it gives you their PNG of just like the full image, which is pretty cool. What is your description style shit? By the way, the fact that there's the word shit in your name brings me a lot of joy, but it means that I'm like not as able to post stuff with you on it in like a high school context because they're sensitive about swear words. It hasn't come up yet, but just letting you know, it might eventually. Devs.gent. Oh, what a great URL. All right, so I'm gonna. Wait, do we even have? Okay, we do have images. Static image team. Can I just drag and drop? Does that work? Nope. Nope. Oh well. Does that work? Yep. Okay. Josh. Shape. Oh, I hate how it adds an E in there. Yeah. All right. Armado 2. .jpg. Who is this obnoxious fella I'm looking at? It's me. Joshua K. Goldberg. Oh, I already forget. Just James Henry. All right. Cool. So now for the images, I can actually take a page from the branding guide and see how they get rendered here. Source equals /image/. Okay. Ooh. I just realized because the photos are linked to their names, I can put their GitHub usernames on here. All right. Yeah, it's all the same, right? Josh Cena, Joshua K. Goldberg. Username James Henry. Funny that those aren't in the C-spell dictionary. Armado 2. And Josh Cena. Okay. Team bio list, which is a component under team/team bio list, which is a list of team bios, which is username, not description now. Image alt equals, there's nothing there. Source equals image team username.jpg. And here we go. Yeah. Beautiful. I'm going to set this out as a work in progress. I actually don't have designs for this, so I think I'm just going to stop here. And then figure out designs at some other point in time. I might fork, not steal, the eslint.org designs. I want to do some research to see what other open source projects do here in terms of design and phrasing. Team page. Maintenance team page. Yeah. That's one of the downsides of working on a linter. You just end up like linting everything always in your mind. Docs, add maintenance team page. Push origin maintenance team page. One of these days I'm gonna make that, change my key and make it automatic. I messed up typing it in at one point and now I don't know what's happening. All right, so docs formula. Oh no, this one has this one has 2 links and also has a red X in the URL. That's not good. 7501. Sending as draft to ask folks for phrasings for their descriptions. So what do I actually need to do there? Ask folks research, think more deeply on the design of it. I think those are the only two like main steps I need to take. Cool. And we have a work teams page PR. There we go. Not the most exciting stream I've done. Didn't actually write any code, but you know what? Well, I guess the React component, but you know, whatever. Anyway, this has been fun. Thanks, y'all. To recap, hi, I'm Josh. I'm a full-time open source maintainer in the TypeScript ecosystem. The main project I work on is typescript-eslint, the tooling that lets you run static analysis tools such as Prettier and eslint on TypeScript code. Makes me happy. Hello. One of my favorite things about working in open source is getting to chat with folks in the ecosystem like Elian and StyleShit and everyone else who chatted today. So thanks, y'all. This has been fun. All that being said, we got to find someone to raid. So I see Finite Singularity and CM Griffin are still going. So I'm going to go with always the last in the list. Chris Griffin. Y'all tell him I said hi. And that's sorry, I can't stay. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.